In this tutorial, we're going to look at how to create French knots. So taking my embroidery thread and needle, we're just going to pop the needle up through the back of the material and pull it through. Now, taking the needle, we're just going to point the needle across the fabric, and we're going to take the wool and we're going to wrap the wool around the needle twice, and then we're going to keep hold of the embroidery floss in the opposite hand to which we have the needle, and then we're going to poke the needle back down into the material really close to where the embroidery floss came up the material, and then we're just going to push that through. All the time we're keeping this quite tight, and then we are just going to pull through the needle and the embroidery floss, and that's going to create us a perfect little knot. So again, we're going to come up the back of the fabric, we're going to take the needle and we're going to wrap the embroidery floss around the needle a couple of times, and we're going to push it back through the fabric really close to where the embroidery floss came up first time. We're going to keep hold of the embroidery floss. We don't want it too tight though, otherwise the needle and the floss won't go through, but we don't want it to get too loose either. We're going to pull through the embroidery floss and create our knot. If we want to make a bigger knot, we're just going to push up the needle, and again we're going to take the needle and we're going to wrap the floss around, but instead of doing it 2 times, if we do it 4 times, and then we're going to push it back through, and again we're holding on to the embroidery floss. It can be a little bit tricky, but bear with it, and then we're just going to pull through the embroidery floss, and that has now made us a bigger knot. The more wraps around the needle of the embroidery floss you do, the bigger the French knot you can create. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.